Welcome to episode 2 of G2KAPA. It's probably going to mean different things at different times, but right now it means get to know a promo artist. This week we have The Demented with some threes instead of E's, but I feel like that's what makes it even more demented. So, the first thing that I definitely want to kick off with, then, of course, is how did you get the name?
Well, that's a funny story, but it starts back when I was 11 years old. When I was 11, I was playing around with a friend. He spent the night, and we were playing with rubbing alcohol, and I ended up setting my bathroom on fire.
Okay.
And when I set my bathroom on fire, I'm an honest guy, so I went and told my mom the next day, and she goes, "Well, you're just one demented child." So demented child actually started it all, and when I was getting older, well, I'm no longer a child. So I dropped the childish part, and right around that same time, Leet Speak came about, and I changed all the vowels to threes. So that's how the name The Demented came about, and I've had it for over 20 years now. In fact, I'm so legit with it, it's tattooed on me.
See, I'm not that cool. I haven't gone that deep into it yet that I got the tattoos to like solidify. I do have the 90s hype with the Z in the hugs though. So that way I can be cool. So you have the threes, but I kept the Z. Obviously, I assume, are a wrestling fan because we are talking about promo leagues through these interviews and stuff, and that's how I met you. So what got you into wrestling TikTok?
Actually, I wasn't a big TikTok person. My wife was. Um, she used it through when it was like musically, and because I'm a fan of wrestling, I went on there because I found people on it, like just going through all the social media and stuff, like Ron Killings and stuff like that, and all of a sudden, promo leagues started showing up, and I actually think it wasn't Josh or Ryan that hit my radar first. Um, it might have been like KG and and Lucius, which is funny for what happened last week. Um, but yeah, that's really where it started. And then you created NGT, so I jumped in on the forefront of it all. And I waited a week just to kind of I sat around and just watched it. And then I was like, all right, I know what I'm going to do. And thus the Demented Cult Leader was born.
And like you kind of hit the scene and were the type of guy who was like, wow, like you didn't need a lot of work, you didn't need a lot of guidance from the beginning. So like I assume, like, are you just a shit talker by nature? Like I know you, but I'm just saying for the rest of the audience here, like what was the transition? Like a lot of people, they say, oh, I don't like wrestling, I can't promo. Like for me, I'm a shit talker, so it just was an easy transition. What was it
I'm
like for you?
I'm a jack of all trades, I guess you could say. I loved wrestling. I've watched wrestling since I was a child. So that, and then 13, 14 years old, the backyard wrestling movement I was a part of when I was, 14 to 16, before I hurt myself. And then, I still always watched wrestling, Attitude Era. I wasn't a real big fan of Ruthless Aggression, but yeah, I was a natural shit talker from the jump. I would take my camcorder everywhere I go and just, poke people. So, and then take videos of it all, and people would have to react to me holding a camera in their face and me talking shit on them. So, no, nothing really ever worked out for them. But at the end of the day, I always had fun because that's what I did in my life, was I just talked shit and watched wrestling.
What inspired your gimmick though? I know you've gone through a little bit of a transformation since like the initial like cult leader style gimmick. You still have that personality, but like what inspired the gimmick overall?
I'm a big fan of like the whole cult-ish like lore and realism of it all. Like how people just follow people. It's just amazing. Or follow deities or false prophets, which was one of the first things I used to call people before before I decided to change it up a little bit. Um, but I followed that Cthulhu cults, uh, stuff like that. It's just I love that kind of stuff. The whole cult mentality is just awesome, but it's also creepy. And to have someone who can be like you want to draw in because he fascinates you and he decides to work, and if you don't work with him he's gonna eat you alive, so you must either force to submit or be destroyed. And I think that's where I was all about. And then I just kind of later on just dropped the whole cult following thing, because technically now with me being on the stable, the unstable, I have my cult followers that I'm really good friends with personally, on top of being in that stable with them. And they, me and us, we're a collective, and we all bounce off each other's ideas and move on.
You talk about unstable. How did you, of course, for those of you who don't know, you all probably should know, that is Demented, Rogue, Relic, and Painmaker. How did you and Rogue get together? Because I know, like, we had discussions together once you joined the Heel Club to round out the group. But how did you and Rogue connect, and kind of give me some background on that relationship?
Me and Rogue just actually in a room one time. He just hit me up and I hit him up. It's like, yo, your gimmick's great. Yo, your gimmick's great. And it just bloomed into a, like a bosom buddies relationship where we talk every day, whether it's personal or, you know, NGT or wrestling related. We just kind of talk every day, and it's just been a group. And then I'm like, one of these days, you and me are going to be, and it started off tag champs. Me and him wanted to be tag champs together. And then you gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. And I was like, okay, let's do this as a stable. And then at that time when me and Rogue were like, I'm like joining Heel Club, I have Rogue in the background working with me to join Heel Club and to join the Unstable. And Relic came into all of our visions, and I was like, I want him as my third man. And at that same time, when I was so focused on Relic to becoming our third man, Painmaker just showed up too, and it was just so great. And the four of us together, it just become, like we said, the four horsemen of fuckery. It's
I
just
love that name. That guy that fits you guys so perfectly, because not only are you all like very interesting characters, as far as like I wouldn't want to have to promo against all of you, especially in the group that you are. Like you guys all have that very cerebral aspect to your characters in different ways, but you're also very funny. You know what I mean? Like you guys have done some of the most memorable promos, some stuff that we kind of want to forget, but we can't type of stuff. It's just Unstable has definitely lived up to that weird, out there, just wild aspect of what wrestling could be. And that's what I love seeing in the promo scene, because everybody wants to be the shooter. Everybody wants to be the Rock. And you guys kind of have that full entertainment aspect. Like you guys kind of fit the entire spectrum.
and the best part about it is that you don't know which person you're going to get, because one, Painmaker has,
Yeah.
he's got more personalities than the character in Split. And Relic's been forming his own gimmicks, as he's real life Cartman right
I
now.
was
It's
gonna
the
say he's
best
got
fit.
Cartman. That's what matters. He's got Cartman.
He's got the real life Cartman, or I call him Fat Lucius because he the way he mimics Lucius. And then and then you got Rogue, who can do both hands, and then you have me, who plays the hooded monster.
What I really want to know is, who is your dream opponent?
Ooh, see, there's so many, because each person brings a different aspect to the table that I want to kind of play with. Because really all it is entertainment for me. So each person is going to bring a different style of entertainment. So like Alex cuts promos. I would have loved to have matched up with him in the U.S. title tournament. I've already faced A plus Zach, so they have those guys. But KG, before he got rid of the Watcher and handed it off to Rogue, which really made me like emotionally like. And then I'm gonna, if Grayson, the Rev, are on the other side of this tournament, I mean, they're both really strong people too. Like, I like going up against the challenge is what it is. And one of these days, I do want the belt, but getting it off of Nick's gonna be hard. So, I mean, like everybody and anybody, I just want a good story with them. I would take on everybody just so I
I
can create
like
a good
that.
story.
I respect that. I like that. That's a good answer. A lot of people just name the most popular people because they
I
just
don't
want to.
know.
They just want to be the main event. They want a headline.
I do this because what I love the most about it is to watch you guys pop for what I do. It's not
Mhm.
about me creating that story. It's the pop. Like you guys, oh my god, he said that, or oh my god, he's doing that. Like those things, or when I get all the fire emojis in my TikToks, I just love that stuff. But I love being all these different characters that I've created, even though I only have two really strong ones, which is one is really me, but I'm really nice in the end. Like I just have a really demanding voice, I should say, because I can cut a mean promo out of character of my own character.
I get that. I mean, I feel like I'm the same type of personality. That's my character is just a hyped up version of myself, just because it's just my assertive level at like 10 times. All right, but I'm excited to jump into the second half. Now that we've gotten to know you a little bit, we know a little bit about your trip to the promo scene and stuff like that. We're going to go ahead and jump into the lightning round. But before we do that, we got to talk about our sponsors, teespring.com/store/HeelHugz. You can get the Heel Club t-shirt. I'm not wearing it right now. I'm repping some Marvel gear. But
Mine are on the way.
yeah, we got all kinds of merch over there. We actually do have some Unstable shirts up there as well now that I've been sent some graphics. But we have a lot of Heel Club stuff. Lots of stuff. I just added new designs. Go check it out. See what you like, whatever. And any of the Unstable gear that people buy, you're supporting Unstable. But I am ready to jump into the lightning round.
Ooh,
Are you prepared for what we have here?
bring it.
Oh snap! I feel like it's like I feel like it's getting busy. Okay, so what was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Undertaker.
Okay, white or chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk all the way.
Okay, sheets or Wawa?
Wawa. Screw sheets.
What is the difference?
Better quality.
Like, what is your go-to?
My Wawa go to?
Yeah.
Oh, half gallon of tea and a roast beef sandwich with horseradish.
Okay, cool. What are your what or who are your three favorite promo artists?
Three promo artists. Vainly myself. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
My
be if you are your favorite.
No, I don't. No, I'm really not my favorite. I just love what I do for you guys. But my three favorite promos are definitely the Rev, Misfit Steve, or else Earth One Steve to me. Definitely KG and my buddy Rogue.
Okay. What is your most used emoji?
What the fuck?
I like it. And this kind of goes into the next or to that question. What face would you be if you were a meme? Like, what face would you make if that was your meme?
I don't. Pretty much looking like the turtle right now.
Okay. Charlie or Addison Ray?
Addison.
Addison. I respect that. What's your favorite fast food joint?
McDonald's.
Oh, nice. What? Whose fault is it?
Crispies.
Oh, see, because there is the
I started
Misty's
it.
fault option.
No. See, I started the hashtag Crispy's fault for Crispy because me, other than that being the five pillars, I was like, I'm done with this Misty stuff because Misty's was just a running gag, but we can actually turn Crispy's fault into a story.
Okay.
And now it's really, with the fall of Face Scrub, hashtag Crispy's fault.
That is true. Now, for your last one, it is very close to Halloween time. What is your favorite horror movie?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm always a fan of Nightmare on Elm Street. Any of the Nightmare on Elm Street, especially Dream Warriors #3.
So, to wrap up the end of this show, I want you to do something for me. I want you to cut a 30-second promo on yourself.
Ooh, as the dark one or the straight shooter guy?
However you want to do it.
Ooh, on myself. I can't even vibe check myself. Hold on here. Joe, you're so weak on the inside, but yet you show this angry heel face. But inside, I know for a fact that you're the softest, weakest man you've ever seen. Heck, you're such a good father to people, too. You just grow them on the inside. But really, you need to be darker. You need to be, like, deeper inside on people. Get in their minds, Joe. Get in their minds. That's what you need to do, Joe. By the way, Joe, from Joe, get fucked.
That was pretty good. It was close to time on that. And also, I like how you, it sounded like you wanted to engage in sexual relations with yourself. Because you're like, get in there deep. Get in there deep and dark.
Remind me, I gotta call her.
Yes, I did enjoy the what is it? Dad cooking with McDad face. What do you call yourself?
Yeah, Kiefer dubs me Chef Daddy McDad face whenever I'm on my off days cooking around you guys. But the cooking with Demented was just a play off of Kiefer.
I like that. But thank you for being on the show. I appreciate it. Honestly, me and you are good friends. We could probably talk for hours and hours. And there's a lot of stuff that definitely has not been covered. We'll have to cover in a future show. But I'm trying to do these as like a mini podcast thing. And I appreciate you being on. Is there anything that you want to plug? Is there anything you want to talk about before we go?
No, just actually anybody really just come check out the NGT Discord or check out #NGT.com or .com, please. #NGT on TikTok. We're all over the place. #TheUnstable for my group. And look me up as The Demented. And look up I Am The Rogue, The _Relic, and The Painmaker.
Hell yeah, all of Unstable. And I'll make sure to put their TikTok ads. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in there as well. But all the Heel Club is on fire right now, but Unstable is definitely who has the most eyeballs on him with everything that's going on. Can you show the Unstable salute before we end the show here? Because you got to end it off. Bam. For the 4 Horsemen of Fuckery. Thank y'all for watching.
The pillars was the start of it all.
You got it. Can you do? So this is like the pillars.
I don't want to do the pillars because we're not. The pillars is just a strong unit community of guys who you brought up and as the first call ups to TTWS. But really, like us inside there, that's a brotherhood. That's a whole nother brotherhood and a whole nother story.
For sure. And we'll be talking to a lot more people that are in that Pillars group as we go. But make sure you go ahead and you follow Next Gen Talent on TikTok. Follow myself, HeelHugz. Follow _Demented with a bunch of 3s. You can see how it's spelled there, or wherever I'm posting this, you'll see it there too. But thanks for watching, and I'll be back with another one next week.